award-winning Tennessee Wildcast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to this edition of Tennessee Wildcast. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We are at Columbia Powersports again, right here in Columbia, Tennessee. We're thankful to be in their showroom. They got a lot of awesome toys to take home if you want to come down and check it out. We're just glad to be here. Johnny Allred is helping me co-host.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me have one of these to take home today.
Yeah, we appreciate it. They gave everybody that's hosting the show a new ride, so I'm taking the green one.
Okay, we'll go for the red.
Oh, it's a four-seater. Maybe I want that one. No. These guys are awesome. They've been a big partner, a big sponsor, supporter of the agency, of the foundation, just of the outdoors in general. So we're just happy to have them on the show today. We want to give them a little love and talk about getting outdoors with an ATV or UTV or whatever it may be. So it's going to be fun to chat today. So we have Alex Collier and David Isaacs.
That's right.
Yes.
So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Alex is the owner of this place, is that right?
Her family owns this.
Awesome. So how long y'all been in the Powersports business?
Since July of 17.
Okay.
We've been open, and we were in the car industry before that, and then saw the opportunity for a Powersports dealership in Columbia, and it's been booming since July of 17. It's been crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, it seems to me like the outdoors, motorsports, whether it's bikes, whether it's UTVs, ATVs, is booming in general. I mean, people love to get outside, and having fun toys to take you there is what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, really in the last year, despite kind of the craziness with COVID, it's lent well to our industry and the products that we sell. It gives people the opportunity to just get out in the outdoors and separate and still have fun at the same time.
One thing they've done is they've got outdoors riding these things and buying hunting and fishing license.
Yeah. So, that's the great thing about it. The outdoors is open.
That's
and
right.
it has been open ever since
that never closed.
March of last year.
It won't never close.
Yeah, it's great to have that freedom to be able to get out and just separate yourself from all the pandemic and all that fun stuff. So it's been great. So, David, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been here at Columbia for going on 2 years. The store's about 4 years old. Mm-hmm. I've worked in Powersports for a while. I actually, before coming here, worked for Polaris on the manufacturer side, and then before that, another dealership over in East Tennessee. But personally, I grew up here in Tennessee, grew up in Franklin, went to high school in Franklin, moved around a bit, and eventually found my way back here, and glad to be back home. For me, this is home.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat to hear your background, working in the Polaris industry and that kind of thing. That's fun. Yeah,
I enjoy it. Powersports is, it's fun. It's definitely a passion of mine. I've always kind of been in sales-related roles, and I get to do a lot of that here, working with all of our employees, but day-to-day, really watching over and managing our sales team. It's a fun job. We enjoy it. We have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard not to have a good time when you're around all this fun gear.
Place.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to focus on work when you got so many things in here. You just want to go ride around all the time.
Everything in here's fun. Everything's fun.
Yeah.
Even riding these things indoors was fun. We set up a little shot product here and there. I was like,
absolutely.
This is fun.
Yeah, they definitely have fun rearranging the showroom.
Yeah, well, Columbia Powersports has been really, really good to TWRA and TWRF both. I mean, y'all have been a great partner over the years. If we needed vehicles for some event for a governor's hunt or some of our dove hunts and things, we always reach out to them for these vehicles and to use these things. And what a great partnership and what a great place this is. We really thank you for your partnership, and it's been really good. In fact, I think I even seen the director of wildlife in here the other day buying one of these things. So.
He was, yeah. Bobby was in here, bought a a Polaris. I think he got a Ranger 570.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. He's enjoying it.
He's prepping for turkey season.
That's right.
He's getting he's right up on it.
Yeah. Turkey season is here. It's time to get outside. Check your guide. Visit tnwildlife.org and check out the seasons there. Find your license. Get outside.
Turkey season opens this weekend.
Yeah.
It opens this weekend, so it'll be a fun weekend.
Find the time to do it.
No, it opens
I think it just opened.
Yeah. The Governor's Hunt's this week.
Governor's One-Shot Hunt is coming up.
My weeks are kind of
That's where you're locked in on that Governor's Hunt.
I know.
Hey, remind people about that and what that is.
That's the Tennessee Governor's Hunt. It's a fundraising event that we do for TWRA. It's it is the biggest hunting event in the state. We have about 100 people come hunt, and we have about 100 guides that come in and
on 100 different properties across
different
Middle
properties throughout Middle Tennessee. It's a big event, and then we all gather at the factory of Franklin that night and have a nice meal and enjoy the day.
Yeah. So visit twrf.net.
twrf.net
to learn more about that if you want to be a part of that hunt in the future. But yeah, that's a cool event. So I guess back to the store. What's this COVID period has been kind of crazy, but what's some of the products and things that y'all have been dealing with this past year? I know you got bikes, you got ATVs, UTVs. What do y'all specialize in?
Well, the market we're in, there really is a big market for the outdoors. We're talking hunting and fishing. Mm-hmm. And while we sell a lot of motorcycles and a lot of watercraft, we probably sell the most, utility vehicles. Your Polaris Rangers, your Honda Pioneers, your Kawasaki Mules. That's I would say the majority for us here in this market of what we sell. It's stuff that you can go out and use when you're talking about hunting and fishing. It's stuff that comes with a bed, with four-wheel drive, with off-road tires, stuff that can just go everywhere, get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Get you back in the back country.
Exactly. Yeah.
I grew up with a Polaris four-wheeler, and that gets the job done. But some of these UTVs, it's crazy.
It's incredible what they've become. I mean, when you think about, as an industry, the side-by-side, as we call it, didn't exist really until about 2004 when Polaris came out with the Ranger. Up to that point, all anybody knew was about, the John Deere Gator.
All right.
And it was good for, a parking lot and driving around, but it really wasn't made for off-road applications. And, fast forward now, 2021, and you've got, razors with turbos on them and four-wheel drive and lift kits, and they're almost becoming trucks.
Well, they're enclosed with AC and heat in them now too.
Yeah. Leather seats and
power windows. Yeah, it's
wow,
crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I mean, just those elements. It's almost like a little Jeep.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
Incredible machines. They even have these they have winches on tops now that they take elk out of the woods with, on the North Cumberland up there. I've seen them bring elk out of there with a Polaris Ranger with a winch mounted on top to help winch it up into the bed, bringing a 700-800 pound animal.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing where these can go. It's almost better than a truck in some cases. I mean, they can climb better, and get you in those rough country areas.
You've got they seem you think about a four-wheeler, right? Something that might have 60 or 70 horsepower, but then you also think about a Polaris Ranger, Kawasaki Mule, the Pioneer, like we're talking about the side-by-sides. And you start getting up over 100 horsepower, and you really do have the power of a full-size vehicle like a truck to go anywhere you need to go and haul while you're doing it. Throwing a deer in the bed of a Ranger and going up a mountain is no problem.
Yeah, I think first time I was in a Ranger, Polaris Ranger, and we started climbing this hill, and I was like, man, is this going to be safe? Am I fixing to roll this thing? But it's amazing how the stability,
very stable.
The wide tracks, and the lower center of gravity is great for some of these hills, especially in East Tennessee and even in Middle Tennessee, the hills that you have to climb.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've ridden, I feel like, from one end of the state to the other, kind of all different terrains. The west side of the state and even into Arkansas, you get a lot more of the open field, rice field type of dove, turkey, more hunting, and those wet applications are one thing. And then you go to the other side of the state and you've got the mountains and the elevation, and our machines take on both just as well.
I've seen them going into duck blinds. You're just running those things in water and taking people out there and going and parking them in the woods, and they're incredible machines. I mean, just incredible machines. Where we used to have to walk in there with all that gear, and now they just drive them right to it, and then you pull under a tree and it hides it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about the products here. We've hit the ATVs, we've hit the UTVs, but I see wave runners or jet skis over here. Tell us about those products y'all carry.
Yeah, so, in terms of the brands we carry, we've got Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, and KTM.
Okay.
So those are they're really your five major brands, all in one 60,000 plus square foot facility, which makes us unique. Everything's under one roof as opposed to sitting outside.
Well, Supercenter compared to just a Polaris dealer.
Exactly.
You've got them all.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do you find that being an advantage or a good thing? I mean, I guess some offer things you can't find in others.
Absolutely. All dealerships are different sizes, come in different shapes, forms. The one benefit that we have that our customers appreciate is that, whatever brand you're buying, whatever you are buying here, it's all been, if you want to say house kept, it's all inside.
Yes.
Cleaned every day, taken care of, nothing set outside in the weather.
Everything's shiny. Everything's shiny.
Yeah. We got the five major brands. We sell street bikes, we sell dirt bikes, side by sides like we've been talking about, four wheelers, and this time of year, kind of getting into spring, I'm going to be selling a lot more watercraft. Got a lot of Kawasaki. PWC's coming in soon, and so that'll kick off here in a couple weeks.
How many horsepower are those things? I mean, those things are fast.
They're powerful,
boat on the water now.
They are quick.
And dangerous if you're not careful.
Yeah. No, we've got the 310 and the 160 LXs over there, and they're popular. We talk about these products getting developed over the years, and now the wave runners are coming with Bluetooth, jets. I mean, they're a whole nother ball game now.
Yeah, well, let me throw in a safety reminder. Wear your life jacket. It's important, especially when you're on those guys.
Yes.
A lot of things can happen and happen unexpectedly, so throw that life jacket on and make sure you're staying safe.
If you're
out there
on the water, wear a life jacket.
Yeah, just no matter what.
Yes.
Fishing, boating, jet skis. Do y'all carry boats and things like that here?
We don't carry boats, personal watercraft. So the PWCs, like I'm saying, we've got all the Kawasaki, the full lineup of Kawasaki watercraft, but no full-size boats.
Yeah.
Normally, we wouldn't have room for them, but with COVID and inventory, we have room to put 1 million boats in here.
We could.
So inventory's a little low, I guess you could say, right now.
Yes.
But
Very,
it's
very
coming
low.
back. Is it coming back? Do you see it come back?
Slowly.
Yeah, our manufacturer's in an odd spot right now, and we are too. We're caught in the middle of our manufacturers being limited on supply and production, but then having at the same time a huge demand for the product, and there we are right in the middle of it. So we obviously we want to have a great selection that somebody can walk in and say, this is exactly what I want and I'm ready to buy it today. But for the last better part of a year, it's sort of been pre-order only. That's what a lot of people are doing now, is special ordering, and it's showing up and selling and never making it to the showroom floor or the website.
Yeah,
just selling it before you get it.
Yep.
Yeah, so still doing well as a business. It just looks empty.
I know, it's strange. Customers are used to 400 or 500 units and walking in, the wow factor. That's what we wanted to do when we rented this building, and they're not getting the wow factor right now, but it'll be there back hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Well, a year and a half ago, this place was just lined up with vehicles and bikes, and just incredible to see. And I think that's nationwide. I think it's a component problem with everything. Whether it's the gun industry or whether it's the UTV industry. I think the manufacturers having a problem getting components.
Furniture, cars.
Yeah,
I mean, it's everything right now. Yes.
But we're coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're coming back.
The good news for us too is while we rely on the sales side, we've also got a full parts department and a service department. And this time of year, especially going into hunting seasons, the service department really steps up and takes on that big role for us, getting people ready for these hunting seasons and ready for the weekend rides.
And we keep all of our service units inside too.
Yep.
So a lot of customers appreciate that. They're not sitting outside for days while they're getting worked on or in between getting worked on. So it's nice that we can house them inside for the customers.
Yeah, I just looking back, I see a lot sitting back there, and it looks like a big inventory. But those are all the ones being serviced. People are
that entire back of the dealership.
It's all
huge
service
area.
units.
Y'all have a huge service area.
That's
a
awesome.
big place.
So y'all service everything that you carry? Is that how that works?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got certified techs for every brand that we sell. We can do anything, any kind of warranty work, obviously, and any kind of general maintenance, service, whether it be watercraft, side-by-sides, bikes, we can do it all.
So if I want the big tires on mine, I can come here. I can put those.
we sure
Yes.
can. We can do it.
Oh, and if I bring my old 1996 Polaris Explorer, you can fix that too. Right?
We've gotten a few.
We've
Gotten
gotten
a-
some interesting.
Gotten a Polaris watercraft in here before, and they stopped making those in like 2002 or something.
We see
I tell
some
you what
interesting
you could do is you could
machines.
trade that for a new one.
I could. couldn't
Yeah,
I? Could.
yeah. At some point, you can't work on them anymore. It's just time to upgrade.
Oh, you can. It's just two-stroke. It's easy. But no, I think a lot of days people feel like they have to have an ATV or UTV. It's part of the gear. You don't have to, but it definitely makes life easier when you're in the woods and going on these hunts.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as fun as they are, they serve a purpose.
Yes.
They're another kind of tool in the box, if you will.
Yeah.
They absolutely serve a purpose.
Well, I look back here and I see brush guards, winches, and places, toolboxes, and things like that. What's some of the accessories you can get that might be better for hunting and help folks get out there?
Yeah, so, the accessory options are almost endless
Yes.
on these things in terms of what you can do. You know, when I think about our customers that are going hunting and some of the machines that they have us build for them, we see things like Rangers with oversized tires or lift kits to make it through some of the muddy areas. A lot of times we see lighting. Lighting is big, and winches. Like Johnny was talking about, like one product that's gotten popular here in the last year is our rear-mounted winch. So you need to pull a deer up in the bed. That's a hard task on your own, but there's a winch that we sell that mounts to the back of the headache rack and pulls that deer up into the bed for you.
Okay.
No lifting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen them actually pulling elk up in the back of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff. Winches, audio. You can put stereo systems in these
I've
things.
seen some speakers over here.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you can really go to town. I mean, bumpers. Like I said, lighting, lift kits, tires, heater kits,
Gun racks.
It's almost endless. It seems like.
Did I hear you say air conditioning?
Oh yeah. The Polaris North Star has AC and heat.
So that's
It's
fully
crazy.
enclosed, I guess,
Fully
at that
enclosed,
With
yes.
power windows
Yes.
and doors.
Radio, satellite.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like buying a car.
Well, if you go to a place like, say, Windrock or North Cumberland WMA to ride out in East Tennessee, I mean, some of that stuff is awesome accessories to have. If it's a hot day, air conditioning. If it's a cold day, heat. If you want to listen to music while you ride, it's
Absolutely.
becoming a different. It's a different type of recreation. It's evolving and
It's an
it's becoming,
experience.
Yeah.
It really is. We're talking kind of a lot about the hunting and fishing part of it with the Rangers and the Pioneers, but the other side of the business and the industry is just the pure fun or the sport performance side. With the Polaris Razors or the Honda Talons, and people are buying those, and it's very much a community thing. You got a group of 10, 20 buddies, and they've all got side-by-sides, and like you said, going up to Brimstone, Windrock, Royal Blue in East Tennessee.
And
and
they
riding
have
this.
places that they can go ride these
yeah.
things, mudding and hill climbing and things. That's what you go spend the weekend doing.
We've got, in Tennessee, we've got some of the best riding in the country, primarily in East Tennessee,
Yeah.
but it's a destination for people from all over the country.
Yeah, you see them. I've been up there a couple times, and they just pile in, and it's just amazing.
I see them on these
Camping.
trailers, with
Oh, yeah.
3 or 4 of them on there, going off these places and going on a ride, spending the weekend.
That's a expensive trailer full there.
Yes.
But it's great. It's fun. I mean, I think it'd be great and be a fun adventure to do that every weekend, whenever you can.
It's a good time. Definitely worth getting into if you haven't tried it before, yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you guys hunt and fish and get outdoors like that, or do y'all mostly stay in the power sport fun side of it?
Well, when we're not working, which is about
yes.
5 minutes a week, it seems like sometimes. We do spend time as much as we can outdoors. I, growing up, got to spend more time hunting and fishing. My family had always had a farm over in North Carolina, and I remember as a kid getting to hunt with my uncle. I remember him buying me my first .308 and he had a Yamaha Grizzly. It's the first four-wheeler I ever rode, and he had little Honda dirt bikes, and riding and hunting on the farm was just what we did as kids. And as I've gotten older, I've replaced a lot of that time with working. I wish I could get back out more, but it's not just us. We've got a lot of our employees that hunt, that fish, and especially this time of year, it's like the chatter around the stores. Where are you going? Who do you know? Whose property's open?
Yes.
And
It's that time. 'Tis the season.
Would your buddy let me go with him too? Or?
Yes.
It's sometimes tough to find private land to hunt, but there's plenty of WMA opportunities around this area for sure.
Yep.
Places to go and places to hunt. So it's a good time to be outside.
We see more and more people moving here for that reason, and we had a good customer of ours that just moved up here from Florida and moved out towards the Lawrenceburg area on 500 acres, and it turns out small world. They bought the property, came in here to buy 2 North Stars, those machines with the heat and AC and all for their property, and turns out that their salesperson ended up being their neighbor, and he's a big hunter, so now he has access to 500 acres of hunting property.
He got his foot in the door.
Man, he was so excited. I could barely keep him at work last week.
He's been out there scouting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's great. That right there, you build a relationship with these guys too. You come in here in the store, you got great staff that'll build that relationship and want to be your friend and help you with your needs. You
get waited on when you come in the door. We walked in the doors, 3 people. What can we help you with?
Can I help you?
Yeah. What can we help you with today?
What's
We're really good about customer service here.
Yeah. No,
really
we enjoy what we do. We have a good time. We enjoy meeting people and talking to people and hopefully selling something.
We sell fun stuff.
And
customers like to hang out because they see what we do to units, and they see if they can do it to their unit, and they hang out in parts, and it's a hangout here because it's a hobby.
Yeah.
People love it.
It's like a wish book. You just walk around. You got one. It's like, oh, I'd like to have that on mine. Oh, look at that.
I need that too.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a dad with his 2 kids in here, and they're probably just came to look at some of the stuff, and the kids just love to see it and sit on it. And,
I mean, the youth vehicles are so popular.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah, like the small razors and things like that, or small ATVs. Like I was saying, we had little dirt bikes when I was a kid, and there really wasn't any such thing as a youth ATV, but now you can do dirt bikes, you can do youth ATVs, and even youth side-by-sides, little mini versions of the Razors and Rangers that some of these manufacturers have started making in the last few years. And so, we can sell to dad and the 2 boys or girls too. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. I think back to those little 90s, or what do they call them, the little ATVs. You could.
Yep.
Kids would ride those. I rode one of those back when I was a kid, but they're fun.
It's interesting to see the progression that people used to have 3-wheelers. Nobody talking about it.
Big red.
Yeah, we had the 3-wheelers, and then when the 4-wheelers come out, it's like, oh, we got to get that. And now it's like nobody wants a 3-wheeler. Those things are so unsafe. You don't want that. And they could turn those things over just turning them around. But but when it really changed when the 4-wheeler started, and then it went from the UTVs and the things. It's just a progression. It's just really something.
I never got to ride one of those big reds, but I've heard they're quick. They could be real dangerous.
Yeah. They were just as fast as they were dangerous. In a way, I kind of missed the 3-wheeler. It was an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Getting on going 50, 60 miles an hour and not having 2 front wheels. It's a whole nother kind of experience.
And you never turned on 3 wheels. You always turned on 2 wheels. Yeah. Even slow, they just let one wheel come up.
Well, I'm sitting here looking at the gear too, not just the accessories, but you've got clothing, helmets, gloves, et cetera, et cetera. Tell us what you can find back there.
All kinds of stuff. So it's a full parts department. We obviously sell a lot of the accessories that attach to the machines, like we've been talking about. But then, to your point, apparel, riding gear, both for warm, cold weather. We sell all of that. Anything you need for racing, dirt bikes is big. A lot of the fly gear we've got in is very popular.
Boots.
And then we sell, hard to see from here, but sell a lot of just general maintenance items. Everybody needs an oil change kit, spark plugs, tires, wheels, all that kind of stuff. We've got it all here in stock.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the helmets, there's so many different styles, some of the safety gear, especially if you're on a dirt bike and things like that. protecting your legs and whatnot. But the gloves and the goggles and stuff are great for ATVs and UTVs. And,
Absolutely, yeah.
you know, start throwing mud. You gotta keep your eyes
Cover your
clear.
eyes.
Absolutely, yeah. Those goggles are popular.
Yeah. Well, before we run out of time, just anything you want to add about what you guys offer here and how, if people want to come in, what they can expect?
No, I mean, I would say, like Alex said, you know, I think when the store opened, it was all about, you know, how do we deliver that wow factor to customers, and as well as that added value of having all of our stuff inside and having an experience where you can walk in, hang out, people are happy you're here, and you can find what you need. You know, I would say even though inventory is limited right now due to some of the COVID challenges, like we talked about with service and parts, people are getting ready for hunting season. The weather's starting to warm up. It's time to ride, and as a responsible owner of one of these vehicles, now is also the time to come get it serviced, to come get it set up for the spring and get ready to go, and we'd be glad to help. Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's important. Some people don't think about that service side of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you ride it and you keep going, and when something breaks, you think, oh, I got to go get it fixed now. But keeping that service up to date is important.
We would much rather service our customer stuff on the front end and make them happy than have to service it later when it's broken on the back end. Yeah.
But if you break it, y'all can fix it too.
We can. We sure can.
These are extreme machines. I mean, you know, you need to keep the oil changed in them. You need to keep them serviced, and that's the life of them. And that's what makes
like
them
a car.
last. Yeah, that's what makes them run for a long time, and they do run for a long time. What Mom, you said you were driving an older one.
96 two-stroke, baby.
There you go.
Still last and last. If you take care of them, they'll last, and I think that's what your service department does. So.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate this time to just chat through some of this stuff and learn about what y'all offer. Appreciate your support for the foundation and for the agency.
Happy to have y'all here.
You know, y'all do a lot, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's turkey season, so get out there.
Turkey time in Tennessee?
Yeah, so maybe I could talk Johnny into taking me to his hunting hole.
Let's go.
And we'll get us a couple of turkeys, and we'll talk about them on the show next time maybe. But yeah, if you want to learn more about the Governor's One Shot, that's
TWRF.net.
There you go. And if you want to learn more about Columbia Powersports, how do you find it?
You can find us in a few different ways, either on our website, www.columbiatnpowersports.com, or stop by the store, give us a call.
Facebook,
We're on Facebook,
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything you
can
think of.
TikTok.
Yes.
We're all over social media. Yeah, the TikTok's a fun one. We got some good videos on that.
Yes.
On there.
Cool. I'll have to go check them out. So yeah, go visit their website and check it out, see what they got to offer. Come by and see the store. And take one of these guys for a test drive. We do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank y'all again. Appreciate everything.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you. This is Tennessee Wildcast. We thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee Wildcast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.